All right, we're back with episode 2 of This is JLB, the podcast. Co-host Mason Ho, and this is new, so I hope you're psyched on this because Mason is amazing. And this is probably the reason why the podcast took such a big, long break is because we were just trying to figure out how to make this thing absolutely perfect. So we're sitting here with Mason Ho and Lucas Geyser Godfrey. And yeah, we're gonna talk story today. Super fun. Yeah, hope everyone's psyched and let's get into it. Lucas, Mason.
Good morning.
Lucas, bring it in, Bob. Needed that one before this.
Yeah.
What camera do I look at?
All of them.
At the same time.
Where are they all?
Yeah,
There's more than you think.
they're here, there, over there, or kind of some
like
hidden
it.
cameras, you know, just in case you're goofing off.
Gotta be a couple angles.
Got some Neuralink in here.
Yeah, no. So anyways, kind of today is about talking a little bit about Lucas and Mason about kind of like the dynamics of how pipeline works and how the crowd works, and you know, kind of more so on the localism part of pipeline and trying to understand. So it's like if you're just the average listener or one of the fans that want to know more about pipeline, the dynamics about pipeline, it's very interesting. And you know, it took us a long time to figure it out, and we're still learning every single day. I mean, when I paddle out the pipeline, I paddle out, and my whole mindset is to picture a wave that I'm on. So it's like, okay, I'm going to paddle out the pipe today, and I'm going to drop in, I'm going to do a light drag, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to just do 3 big pumps, and then I'm going to get spit out. And like, I literally like make these things, I literally like think about what I'm going to do, and I paddle out there and I do it. And that's the craziest thing is like, it's surfing is so mind over matter that you need to go tell yourself exactly what you're going to do. And then you make that dream a reality. And that's where the addiction starts with surfing pipeline, right?
Oh, yeah. You explain, sorry, I was lost in that. I was trying to absorb everything you're saying.
No, but like, I feel like it's like this thing where you got to like yeah, you wake up in the morning and you're like scared and you're like, oh, like what's pipe going to look like? You open your eyes and like, you know, you drive down from the hill and you're like, Rick, like it's going to be gnarly today. And you show up and it's usually not as gnarly as you think. And all this build up the night before, you're waking up like 5 different times before like pipes firing. And then, you know, then you paddle out. But like for me, I always paddle out at like 9 because it's like the sun's coming over the hill. It's beautiful, stiff offshores. Lucas already gave me like 4 surf reports and he already paddled out. And I'm just kind of getting my thing together, right?
4 different barrels too.
See, but like, right, for sure. You probably got 4 barrels before I even like woke up. And that's Lucas's strategy of surfing pipeline. It's like he's out there before me, before Mason. I mean, right?
Yeah, no, on the certain days for sure. Like I've multiple times walked up and was like, okay, here we go. Kind of what you're saying, like you're manifesting your day and how it's gonna go, and like it's home. I don't have to rush. Like we get to pick, you know, a little bit us three, but so many times I've pulled up and like, oh, am I psyching? And then boom, Luke's on one, right or left, spit out, and I'm just like, okay, gotta wait. Like, all right, get up, boy. Like Lucas is holding it down. You got to get out there, and Jamie's about to get out, so maybe we'll sneak out before. No, or like whatever.
I'm like at my house, and I'm like looking down at Mason, and Mason's looking down at me, and he's like opening the Vulcan gate, trying to be all quiet, and the thing's like,
yeah. Luke's getting us psyched.
But Mason like shows up, and like, you know, like. And he's like opening the Vulcan gate, waking up everybody in the neighborhood because this gate's so loud, and it's just like clank, clank, clank. And we're like looking, and Mason's like, "How is it?" I'm like, "Frickin' Lucas just got blown out of like 3 already," and I'm just like trying to wake up, like,
yeah, that's pretty typical right there.
But that's how you get good at pipeline, right?
Totally.
You got to work around the crowds and kind of know that maybe like the likes of John, Mason, Jamie, Koa, and you know, Eli, and then all the boys, whoever, you know, it's a big group of us.
Lucas don't mind.
Lucas is on it.
He's put in a lot of work over the years, and it seems like everyone's doing their thing, you know, and he's just doing his thing, and he's constantly doing it, and it's cool just because it's just how times are changing, you know. And I just remember, like for me, I don't know, I'm always like malfunctioning back in time, you know. I'm always like, oh, it's so like my childhood, you know. So sometimes I'm like, whoa, like Groms are adults and I'm a whatever, an adult or whatever, and I don't know. And I just see Luke now, he's like in there always pounding in, putting the time, and I love surfing with him, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite parts is like when I the craziest thing to me, right, is when I think about everything that's happening when I go surf Pipeline. Like Lucas gives me a full surf report. I'm like, whether like I live at Pipeline, I could open one eye and know what's happening, versus like Lucas drives down from Pupukea, which is like just above Food Line, which is probably maybe a 10-minute drive at max, just because it's like straight up in the valley.
What is your? I'm pretty curious on your. Or just like, I mean, you don't have to tell me everything. I feel bad.
You want a surf report, don't you?
No, I want to surf. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, I need to get on these Lucas surf reports.
Yeah, they're good.
Right? I know, because I already see how he does everything else. So I'm like, whole surf report.
Hey, Mason, I wake up in the morning and he's like, I've been watching for 3 hours. It's not good.
I want to know, what does he do? Like, what do you do? You wake up in the morning, you eat your mental fruits. I'll just shut up. What do you do?
I just wake up in the dark and just start hanging out, just talking to myself and figuring out when Jamie's going to paddle out and try to get out there before him.
No, but it's not even.
We're on a similar thing.
No, but it's not even.
Some secret thing.
No, it's not even like, yeah, I guess so. But like, I feel like, right, if I was Lucas, I wouldn't give Jamie O'Brien a surf report or Mason Ho. Like I would just be like,
yeah, that's solid.
I'm already paddling out, but that's
a good point.
That gives me so much respect for Lucas, because I'm like, he like kind of like generally wants to surf with me, and he wants me to be out there and share these waves. And
he don't mind, like I said, he don't mind. I swear, when you said the guys, he ain't out there or I feel like, I don't know. That's all I want to know here. Sorry,
I like to surf with my friends.
I like that.
I like to surf with my friends.
Right?
I see good waves and I think about my friends. I'm like, who can I share these good waves with? If the waves are there, I know my friends are here. They're probably sleeping, but I better wake them up and get them out there so we can all get barreled.
Seriously, huh?
Yeah.
That's sick.
And it's like, I like being in a lineup that I'm used to. If I'm in a lineup and I see Jamie and I see you and we're all like trading off and getting good waves, I'm happy. And like, sometimes I'll find myself in different lineups where I don't know anyone, and I feel like I almost like function like worse in a way, because I feel like I don't know like what to do, and like it's like not normal, like I like to keep it like the same way like it's always been,
Yeah, that's
like,
sick.
I see certain people get good waves, and like I just want to keep doing it.
It's so trippy. I still don't understand it to this day. Like I always tell my wife, I'm like, hey, like Lucas give me a surf report. He says bad, and I believe it. I'm like this is like, dude, he like.
I understand now. It's pretty cool.
It's
because I feel that too. But I have like an inner circle, like, or like when I see the friends or the waves. When I see the waves, I'm like, oh, my friends, where's Berger, or like where's these two guys, Berger and Adam, or something, like where are they? And I'll like hit them up, but then I'm just like, okay, if they're not there, I can't even go anymore, But it seems like you hit up because I know you got your boys. I know some of your boys, and they're all on it always. I'm assuming because you're a surfer boy, and then you're reaching out to Jamie and everyone too. It's so sick.
You gotta you gotta you gotta
now
get
me.
You gotta get on it because
But
what my theory is like Surfline's like it's good, but like you never know because Pipelines always has all these issues and morning sickness and X, Y, and Z. But Lucas is there. He's like, I'm like, by the time I wake up, usually like, if I'm like, there might be the day where I wake up at like 6, I'm freaking on. I'm like, yeah, first light in the neighborhood. Like I'm up, like people are gonna be tripping. Right? But like, usually I'm like, oh, I'll wake up at 8. I'm gonna make my coffee. I'm gonna wake up, kind of, eat my eggs.
You've earned it, pal.
But I'm still psyched to surf it.
I like that.
But by that time, I already have 4 different surf reports. And then I have like 3 different videos of what waves went down. Dude, I'm telling you, Lucas.
And you're fueled up.
And I'm fueled up. Walk the dogs.
Actually brush the teeth.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll forget water and brush the teeth and everything. I'll just do my one main thing and then just hit the road,
Yeah.
I forgot, like, I need water and I need to brush my teeth. Like, I need to.
No.
So lately I've been brushing. I'm like, the day is so much easier. Just
pull over at Aokai and like drink out of the shower real quick.
How do you know?
No, but
get the water.
No, sometimes I just wake up. And I swear, like this, not because I ride for Red Bull. Like look at the waves, like oh my god, it's fire! And look at Lucas's like surf report, and like Red Bull, bam, straight downstairs, go surf for like 4 hours, bro. This full bender, come in, and the chick's like, you didn't brush your teeth, huh? This morning.
And it's only on the good days. Sorry, guys.
The brush is dry.
She's like, now, your breath smells like the dogs.
You're like, man, in the water, wash that thing out. I was just getting pounded.
I was kind of, dude, I kind of like, I put salt water in my mouth and I go,
Oh, shit.
oh, right. You don't do that?
No, dude, no. I already got cotton mouth.
Gargle a little bit. Swallow a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta,
Salt. Yeah, I try to hide from the salt water.
Microorganisms. The Honus do it. You know, you got to get some of that pipeline water, algae.
Whoa, that's right. You're
Microalgae.
like tuned in. Yeah, it's like drinking the holy water or something.
yeah, you got to tune in. So I always,
He drinks it from the spit of the barrel. He sucks it in as a back spit.
Oh, that would be
I'm like
nice.
this. Yeah, in the barrel. I was like,
That'd be nice.
You're spitting with the barrel. Just
You just gave me the sickest idea.
yeah.
We should all do it next time. But next time you pull in at piping or whenever you know it's gonna spit, just turn around and just spit at it and let your spit just hit your own face. Maybe,
Dude, that'll be nuts.
right?
Right before it like does the
loogie.
backdraft, just
Yeah.
spit and it spits you back in the face.
It's like triple spit, like crossing the good strains triple times.
So you know, it's funny, bro. Like, I swear, this one time at backdoor, I like dropped in and like barely made the drop, doing this huge bottom turn, and then I farted and like,
Bro, I did not expect that.
bro, I farted. I'm like, burp, and I like pulled in, and then like I didn't smell it, and then the backdraft came, and I smelt the fart.
Are you serious?
I swear on my life. It only happened like twice in my life.
his farts are bad.
I think I somehow remember that. I know that a little bit.
So yeah, we went on a boat trip together a long time ago.
You'd have to be truly like a barrel scientist to be calm enough to be like, "Okay, I just farted," or like, "Okay, foam ball," and then be like, "Oh, backdraft," or like, "Ah ha ha ha," like come out, or what'd you do? Let me sorry.
No, but like I remember like being in the barrel, and then it's backdrafting. I could just smell my fart in the barrel, and I just started laughing, and I just like fell over and wiped out, and I was just like, people were like, "Why didn't you make that barrel?" I'm like, oh frick, I don't even know, bro. I was crazy in there, but like, I farted and I just started like laughing in the barrel, and just fell over.
That was a good one, man. I did not expect that.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's good. That's why they make these podcasts. Man,
No,
for that.
no. So there was this.
You need a Luke one. You fart in the barrel before, so what's?
I've never farted in the barrel. I don't think I could. I'm so like the opposite. I feel like I'm like clenching in the barrel. Like, that fart couldn't come out.
Right, or I don't know. I puked like right before. I know. A couple times.
Right before a
In my
barrel?
mouth. Yeah. Actually, my first barrel ever at Sunset Beach, and it was not even because I was like scared or anything. It was literally because I just ate like a Ted's, like a bake, like I ate a shoyu chicken plate right before I went out.
I bet.
Yeah. And I just remember, I took off on the wave and I was like going, and I just remember I puked and I'm like, and I went to swallow it, but I'm like, oh, barrel, like I've never caught one out here, and I like pulled in, but I didn't make it, and I was gonna die because I puked, you know,
You had like acid reflex in your mouth.
Yeah, but I just came. It was all kind of mellow, and I came up, and I'm like, whoa, fuck.
Those sunset hold downs can be heavy enough.
Yeah,
But
and you know when you're Grom, you're like just everything. It was just a trip. I've never had it again since. Never puked.
That's good. That's good.
But how many times have you like been like because like when you wake up in the morning, you're like thinking like, oh, I'm gonna go surf like Pipe or Sunset or Waimea or Phantoms or like wherever we surf or anywhere in the world. Like sometimes you like get really scared and you're like, oh my God, like hope I don't die today. And you paddle out and then you're just like, I mean, I don't know if that's the same thing for you guys. Like, I don't care if I'm at Jaws, Nazare, like Mexico, Pipeline, Sunset. I see the biggest, baddest wave and I want it. I want it. I want it so bad. And it's like one of those things that I learned that I don't even trust myself. Like I'm like, I see it. I want it. I'm going. I don't care what the consequences. I look at it. I'm like, to me, it looks like a beautiful wave.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel the same way?
I want to let Luke answer that first. This is,
You know,
That's a crazy way to look at it, because I think it kind of depends. Like when I'm comfortable, I feel like when I see the big wave, I want it too. But I feel like I like to get comfortable first sometimes. Like if I'm in like an area that I don't know and I'm not comfortable and I don't know what's gonna happen with that wave, then like I might be a little more hesitant, because I like to like calculate it, and like I like to see a wave. I almost want to watch it first and like see that wave and like know what it's gonna do, or like have an idea of what it's gonna do, and then like make myself mentally ready, and then like have a go at it.
yeah, but
how
like,
about this one, Luke? How about if it's just the swells one day, once, and because I know you've had this before when you like you can't, you don't, you know, some sessions when you don't even have the time to watch it, you're like, oh, the tide's like, I'm missing it already. Like, but you know, you want a piece of like what he's saying. Cause I know we all get that when you're just like, I want the baddest where we probably don't trust ourselves.
Yeah, we're scared.
But do you, what, like, I know you attack.
I think
what would you do?
it.
Yeah, you want to,
Yeah.
like, if you don't have time to study it, are you the kind that'll just be like, I'm going to go attack it?
I feel like we've studied enough.
Yeah.
I
knew you were tweaked.
No,
At some point, you just got to go.
Right.
But here's my thing is like one day I like called up Lucas. I'm like, hey, you want to go big wave rafting? He's like, yeah. Like, is that the thing you did in Mexico? I was like, yeah. He goes, where are we gonna do it? I'm like, we're gonna do it at Phantoms, like outside V-Line, like these freaking huge waves. Like, and like I'm waking up and he's like, yeah, no problem. Like, I want to do it. And and I was like, all right. So like we like load up the jet skis, we show up at the harbor. There's all these guys that are like, you know, like the big wave surfer chargers, everyone's launching the jet skis, all serious. And we like literally show up at the harbor
with the rafts.
Professional tow surfers.
We got an inflatable raft that like that you tow behind like just like a boat in a lake.
Lake Tahoe.
Everyone knows what you're up to, Jamie. They know you got your board and you got your board, your blades, your rafts. I
don't even think we brought boards. We just bought the rafts. And then we were doing this. Look,
just to back you up, bro.
Look at this.
Come on, dude.
Look. So my theory is like why couldn't we ride these big waves like with a raft versus a surfboard? Because you're gonna take the same wipeout whether you like it or not.
You
but
guys
like
are making them, yeah.
We were making them. I literally ride it to the beach.
I didn't make mine
at Freddie Land.
You're probably on did Jamie put you on a twisted one or something?
They're all twisted.
Oh, that one.
But that was off the wall. But I'm just saying, like, Lucas is kind of a freak. Like when you ask him to do something, like
he's down.
Here's my 2 cents. I've never seen Lucas surf like Waimea. He's never surfed Jaws. You ever surf Jaws?
Never surfed Jaws.
You ever surf Waimea?
I don't even know how to get there. Like if you tell me to like take you there, I wouldn't.
Did you ever surf Waimea? Like over 20
For
feet?
Sure.
No.
15?
Yes.
That's all time.
Okay.
I like hearing your because you're more than
so
gnarly enough too.
So was your I might, this is a heavy claim, but I think your biggest wave ever was on an inflatable raft at Phantoms.
I think that's
oh my God.
Me. That was me.
Really?
It's one of those things.
Yeah, it's straight up scary, but like it's so fun because you just can only really go straight. Like when you whip into these big waves, like but the raft's actually pretty good, dude. I think it was fast.
Look how it's holding its line.
That was a small one, but I mean not small.
And you think sometimes that pipe, those waves jack up as tall as those Phantom? Like
they do.
Because I was thinking, bro, I feel like Lucas has stumbled into some freakishly bomb pipe wave that can like comp with his biggest raft or his biggest. But what do you think that you guys do partner up and get down, or like you guys go after it together?
But the crazy thing, whether it's like a slip and slide or like going big wave rafting or just going, you know, on a like random trip, Lucas is always like super positive, super down, just ready to rock and roll. It doesn't matter. Like he doesn't say no. He's just like, that sounds sick. Let's do it. Like, you know, I almost feel like he doesn't even take a calculated risk to where I take the calculated risk and then he trusts me and then understands it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason I learned what a calculated risk is from Garrett McNamara.
Yeah.
He goes, I take calculated risk. And he like pulls in like 100 yards back behind Ramana at like freaking massive chopo.
He's like the gnarly. Yeah, he lost.
I'm like,
that was a calculated risk.
Almost lost his arm.
Yeah. And I was like, how is that a calculated risk?
Yeah.
But like, I figured it out.
I understand. Yeah, no.
It's all about the vision.
Because once he went to, Garrett went to that point where it was like what he was chasing was like one misstep, you could die or lose limbs or like, so yeah, he probably had to start taking calculated risks. But even with those calculated risks for what we want or what he wants, oh my God, he might be.
He's a madman.
Yeah, he might be a certified madman.
I remember that day when we were big wave rafting. I remember I was watching you guys get a lot of waves. I remember when I got on the raft, I think I was like, give me a big one. Like I want a big one. And I was like ready that day. I was like, I want to just get a big wave and just survive it.
I remember I was like, I saw this set. Like when you see a big set, when it's big, like when it's bigger than 20 feet, you look at the horizon and the thing looks black. Like it looks like there's like a cloud over the horizon. You're like, whoa, is that a cloud or is that a wave? And then I was like, I think it's a wave. And you're on the back and you're like telling me you want a big one. I'm like, all right, yeah, here's the big one. And I'm like, start like pulling you in and I'm like towing you in. And like somehow there's this helicopter, like just like, like starts flying over. I don't even know who the guy was. Is like filming and you're like, burr, 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 burr. I'm like towing you in. And it's like this, like when you tow in on a raft, it's a straight, like that wave was like 20 feet. It was a 20-foot closeout at Phantoms. And dude, that thing landed on your heels and you were just.
That was like Hollywood. That was a Hollywood day. That was a Hollywood moment.
Straight up.
That could have been in a movie.
But the reason why we did that, I mean, the reason why I did that, and then I brought my friends along, because I just thought that surfing big waves is so serious. It's like, we could lay down on a raft and ride these big waves too. Like we could all enjoy these big waves.
And it's almost more fun.
I think that same day, like
That's funny. I never thought of that.
It might be a different day, but like we drove to like another outer reef wave, like when Waimea is like almost basically when Waimea is like maxed out. Like we went to this other wave, and I was like, oh, we'll just go do a little freaking like off the jet ski, and then I pulled up on the jet ski and guys are like kind of mean mugging. I was like cruising through the lineup. We're like cruising with a raft. They're kind of looking at us like, what are you doing over here? Like, you know, like, I'm like, whatever, like my backyard too, you know, but like, come on, we want to get one with the raft. And I look at Poopies. I'm like, you want one? He goes, no, I don't want one. And like, but I think we ended up getting one, but like guys were kind of bummed in the lineup that we wanted to send on a raft. But surfing shouldn't be too serious. It shouldn't be like, I don't know. Should
have all kinds of.
Could have had a party wave with a raft, a tow surfer, another raft, another
guy.
tow surfer, paddle guy. Everyone step off.
This is a party, yeah.
Right.
Hey, party waves are the best waves.
Right.
It doesn't always have to be serious. I feel like it's more about like going out with your friends and like supporting each other and like conquering moments, you know, like going and getting the big wave, like no matter what you're riding, if you're on a tow board, raft, with your boys, calling your boys into waves.
Or a kayak.
Yeah.
But did you ever see the clips of us riding in a kayak at sunset?
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Time.
No, so I had this great idea. I'm like, dude, like these, like, I don't even know what they're like, the ocean kayak things are like, you could probably fit 3 people on them. But we started charging like pipe and sunset, and we started like pushing the limits of kayak surfing.
Did Lucas flare any of those sessions?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Yes.
It was that same thing where I'm like, dude, like
crazy.
You wanted the bomb. Like even though you didn't even want it, you saw it, you wanted it. And like, and you're like competing against like the normal, like, you know, the surfer. But like the hard part was like even just getting past the lineup and timing it. And then like going through Sunset Short Break is even a hard task on a short board. But a kayak, someone like launching you into the water, you start paddling out, like it's kind of a trip to be out on a kayak at Sunset Beach and like maxing. Like this is just a small.
That was perfect. Okay.
That was a small corner bowl.
Perfect.
That was the first time I ever got barreled with 2 of my friends all at the same time and on the same vessel.
There's 3 on this one.
We're all on the same vessel and we all pulled into a barrel. I've never been in the barrel with 3 of my friends on the same craft.
But look, as we go, the waves get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we like build our confidence up. So it's like if you're like a beginner surfer, like you got to build a confidence up. This is how it ends.
Guys are probably watching from the channel like, what is going on? Like we're out here having a serious surf session and these guys are cartwheeling out of their kayak, side slipping, losing their kayak.
I literally took off on this wave and there was a surfer like, it was like a 12-footer. I don't think it's on this video, but like we're dropping down and there was like this person like trying to come around us, and I'm like looking, I'm like, get away.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Like you don't understand. We're like on a freaking 13-foot kayak.
Yeah, it's
like,
very dangerous right now.
Very. But I didn't even think about it at the time. I was like, oh, like they would clearly see the kayak and not try to go around me, but they were like trying to like compete, and then my kayak hit their board and it completely destroyed the thing.
Fakey.
Look at that. That's just wild.
But the kayak kind of works though. Like it's actually a good craft.
I mean, there's guys that probably, this is like what they do. They just go out there on kayaks and just surf it up.
Did you send this footage to those people who make those? They're probably, they probably have people that test, you know, the curvature. You guys are putting in serious testing.
Dude, they work
Groundwork.
good, but
Sunset Beach.
right?
they work good, but they freaking they do that.
Make a Sunset Beach model.
Yeah,
man.
we need to make a couple little changes, tweak it a little bit, back to the
Right?
drawing board.
They start going down the line and they go like this. They go like this, like what I did in the barrel. Go and they go.
Oh,
But like,
faking.
there's way more gnarly. I don't even know what session this is that we're showing, but like, there's some heavy moments. And I don't know. Long story short, Lucas got some crazy ones with our friend Stacy and Kayaking, and like, it was a nutty experience. But
Does Decoral make kayaks?
no, not yet. But
Coral,
Look at that one.
kayak.
look at that.
Oh,
I just don't want that kayak to hit me. That's the scariest part of the
Yeah,
whole
no,
situation.
that's what I was gonna
Look at
say.
that.
When you said you pulled in with three of
Yeah.
your friends and the one kayak, I was like,
This one.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one.
Look.
wait, that was you on there?
That was me, Stacy, and Alex. We all got barrel.
Oh my!
I remember the vision in that thing was insane because
Were
You
you,
can
in
see
the
two of
middle?
your friends.
You're in the back. Huh?
I don't even know where I was. Can you rewind? I just remember the vision.
The
I think
view?
I was in the back.
That's the heaviest.
I think I was in the
visual.
back. No, I was in the middle.
Front, middle, yeah.
And I remember I was tripping. I'm like, I like remember we're in this barrel and I was just like with the
middle,
boys.
right? The middle would be almost the most dangerous
Yeah.
spot.
I was locked in. I think I just held on to that thing.
Did you even hit? Did you hit anyone or anything, or was it really like you're just like? Did you hit anything?
Oh no, I am in the back. I just remember that vision with the lip coming over and like
you got the
my two
vision.
best friends in front of me, like, and we're just in this kayak, just getting barreled. It's like
Insane.
it was almost like a revelation. I was like, wow, like this is where it's at. I like, didn't want to
It's
stop.
possible.
That's
It's
right
possible.
when your pipeline game just stepped up, yeah, or something. Because I seen
backdoor
it notch
game.
a couple times up. Yeah, I was like, what is he doing in the fucking off time?
Like, what if you got barreled and came out like
on the kayak.
blown out fire hose spit with like 3 of your friends, just like
I got spit out of pipe on a kayak.
yeah.
Well, it was only like a 3.5 footer, but like if you're in Cali
it's
or
a
like
pipe.
East Coast, you'd be
Yeah.
like 6, 8.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was proper, but
6 foot
with
face.
with
oh, fakey.
Scummy.
yeah, scummy.
Scummy,
I literally took my friend on a kayak at pipe and we got barreled
Yes,
and
the
spit
shore
out.
break.
Oh yeah, the shore break just wipes us out every time.
He'll always win the short
Yeah.
break. Yeah, like or
Little like
9 out of 10
a
times.
pipeline in June, like one swell, one or two swells we get in June.
Yeah.
West swell, perfect pipe, 4 guys out. My friend never got barreled in my life, can barely or never. So my friend never get barreled. He never got barreled in his whole life, but he wanted to go on the kayak. Well, I had to talk him into like going on the kayak. But anyways, he never got barreled in his life, and I paddled
Just
him.
him?
Yeah, I paddled him into this wave at pipe.
Westy.
Look at this thing.
Oh.
That was insane.
Oh, at least you got that frame for him, but you
Oof.
got drained.
Yeah, look at that mouth mount, freaking done deal, GoPro, freaking call it a day.
I think we had an insane wipeout this day.
Oh my god, that white ball was so heavy.
Yeah.
Is it right here?
Little
wait.
Westy.
No, that's you guys again. That's,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
just
the
you
barrel.
getting drained with Scummy. Like imagine how valuable that is. Like, hey, like a business plan. Like
Right.
you've never surfed in your life. I'll take you out the pipeline, put you on the front of a kayak, get you barreled, get you blown out. Like I'm your guy.
That was kind of a
Ultimate
miracle,
surf
though,
lesson.
bro. That's kind of a miracle right there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you said, Westwell, June. But
What if you could make that happen
Wow.
like every day? Just be
Right.
like, oh, like who?
Oh,
like,
right.
Wait.
who's up today? Who wants to get barreled and spit out at pipeline?
Right.
Let's go.
But
Jump
that-
in my kayak.
No, that doesn't happen every day, so you got to pay top
Guys,
dollar
I think-
for it. But like any of these other clips that you see in this video, they're so gnarly. I think this is the one. This thing
this-
goes nuclear.
Is this the wipeout?
This is
you
really bad.
faded it mental. Oh,
It's tomahawked.
I remember seeing the reef on that. I think I'm on the front. I'm just like, oh, here we go. Like
that's you in the front. Oh,
my friend just flew past my head, like head over
Right?
heels.
Did you remember? Did you hit anything?
I think-
Do you remember getting hit?
I think I hit.
Look at this.
I think I hit everything. I hit the
Right.
paddle. Got hit by the kayak.
Right.
Hit
I
the
think the
reef.
kayak hit the reef.
Mental.
I thought we were making it still. I was like, I'm like, I felt my friend jump off. I'm like, why did you jump off? We're making this thing. Jamie just got barreled. Like, don't jump off. Like, we got to show him
Well,
off.
I don't know.
Gotta get barreled,
I
yeah.
think they're like taking this like approach that like that if they take off more a little bit more. No, actually, we were having a
You're trying to
contest
get
that
more
day.
deep, huh?
Yeah, they were trying to like fade it, but they realized that if they didn't sit on a rail right when we started paddling in, it wasn't a reality to get barreled and spit out.
It's like the when keeping it real goes wrong. Yeah, just keeping it real, trying to get deeper.
Yeah.
And just,
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing about surfing pipeline when you're out there going on a wave, like whether it's a kayak or a surfboard, and you like have your friends just like hooting you into it, being like calling your name and being like, go, go, go. And it's just like this big gnarly barrel. And like, you just got to go and you're just like,
the kayak.
You just got to like, or like, oh, I better like make this. I better like get deep. I better like not fall, you know? And then like, I think that's like my favorite thing about
I like
surfing pipe with the friends, with you guys.
Speaking of friends and surfing pipe with us, I mean, obviously you give me like these epic surf reports. Hopefully you're going to give them to Mason and everyone else that's watching this show. But like when we paddle out at pipe, like what do you feel like? Because obviously you like surfing with me, which I think is weird. Because
like when you see him coming over the dune on his horse with this fucking
pink stallion, the pink soft top. I'm usually whenever I see the pink soft top, I'm like, oh no, he picked that board. Like maybe I shouldn't have hit him up because he's gonna sit outside of me and take all the waves.
I'm like Uncle Sam, just ready to attack.
When you see him on his 6'5", you're like, yes, I get to study.
No, but the crazy thing is Mason usually rides what's your average board size? 7'6"?
Like roughly a 7'6", yeah.
So
or it depends kind of how it is, you know. Like if it's like nice backdoor days, I don't like to use the 7'6".
You'll ride a 5'11".
Well, I like that. I love a 5'11" at backdoor too.
What was that one skimboard board you're right? Remember that one day?
That was a 4'8".
That was, I remember, and you got a crazy, I remember that wave like vividly and like that day and like that board. You had fun ones
too, yeah. That was a fun day, right?
That was a great day.
That was sick.
I just remember I was like, whoa, like this board's so small. I remember like you were paddling into that wave and like, it like looked like you were like paddling like a boogie board
like
or something.
Body surf. Yeah, no, I it felt like I was body surf. Like I was gonna, but then once you get up on it, it's just like no more body surf.
Yeah, that was insane. I was so stoked to see that.
Whoa. Yeah, I love any size board really, but I guess what you're talking about is like when it's like if Jamie is probably gonna paddle out on the longer board, I'm most likely on my 7'6" that day.
But the crazy thing is when Mason's on a 7'6" and I'm on that 9'0", and like I think between our height difference and how much you weigh?
I weigh 145, in between 145 and 150 usually.
So I'm like 190 or 200 or 210. I'm like all over the show.
You're looking lean though, right?
He's been working out. He's been working out.
Yeah, so sometimes I paddle out on this like soft top, and then like I'm like looking at Mason, and Mason's on a 7'6".
Oh, little guy on the big
little guy on the big board, which is it's almost like, you know, like he's compensating for something.
Did we match each other? Yeah,
I think we matched. So
that's heavy. That's 30, man.
So then Mason likes to paddle for the waves that I paddle for. But the funny part is that I got Koa Rothman like all spun up and thinking that he needs to sit a little further out at pipeline because he sees me show up on the soft top, and he starts seeing me like paddle for the bigger sets, but he's usually on like a 6'6", but Mason's on a 7'6", and I'm on like a 9'0", and we start going over these waves, and these guys are like, oh, Jamie's paddling out, and they're like following me, but like the only person that could really catch this wave is Mason. Besides me, right?
No, yeah. And you know, usually there's a couple of the boys that are, you know, like either a Kalani Chapman would be out, or like
Dale's out there
Flynn,
on like a 9'0". Or 10'6" or something.
Yeah, there's always some of those boys. Even like Nathan Fletcher, like the last one, he came right to there's always those like wild cards for that spot.
Couple wild cards,
that you gotta like slither around or like go out through or whatever. Yeah, kind of like move around.
I need a bigger board, I think. I'm like,
no, you're gnarly. That
all my boards are too small,
right? I don't know. The days we're talking about, you're just getting mean ones, every size waves.
He is, but like so like actually, it's like speaking about like the dynamic of pipeline, like and backdoor and off the wall, because like when we look at the waves, we kind of like look at everything, but like we kind of know that like overall, there's gonna be way more better pipe waves. There's gonna be a couple psycho backdoor ones, and then there's gonna be like a couple, like only like 2 or 3 like extra mental wave of the winter ones off the wall. But you got to wait hours and hours, and backdoor, you got to wait an hour-ish. At pipe, you could kind of turn and burn these waves within like, you know, you could get 2-3 good waves at pipe in like 15 minutes. Like, it's all the game you play and how you play the game. And like, and I think Lucas is good about playing the game. Cause like when I paddle at the pipe, like I want, you know, the 8 to 10 footers. Lucas is like down for the 6, the 8, but sometimes that's, he wants them all, but like he kind of understands the lineup, and he's like, yeah, I'll take that 8 footer that you passed up.
It's like anything.
But sometimes the 8-footer goes 10, 12
For
foot.
sure.
So it's like these waves that like
beauty.
we are like trying to be like, oh, we want a bigger one.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're trying to pick a better one. But Lucas is just like grinding on the inside, like hustling, like he's like ultimate local, just inside him and all the groms. And then it's like, you know, it's just like the older crew a little bit more out. But then, you know, like that's, I don't know. I think there's like this like weird trippy thing at Pipeline.
Classic. Yeah. It's almost like a, I mean, now that you're explaining it, I'm kind of like seeing it the way I'm seeing it. It's like a big toy store, like a candy store where it's like the quality of the candy, like you kind of think over time the quality of the candy is a little better outside.
That's what I think.
Yeah, it's like, so it's like us or everyone, even, you know, like we all eat so much candy, it turns into like, oh, I just want the that aged just the candy that's gonna be timeless, you know. So you kind of almost sit or get stuck in that area where the timeless pieces of candy come.
Yeah.
But really, like, you learn for pipe or whatever, it's kind of like, hey, if you just get one nice wave, whether it's the timeless candy or the favorite candy you like, which is just a crazy left or right blowout barrel, which I think we all love. It's kind of like, that's always like the best too, or that's good. So it's almost like, I don't know. I feel like we get sometimes the guys who have a little more access will get stuck out in that place where there's the timeless candy. And even guys like Lucas that he approves every candy and he wants it all. And he's not sick yet, you know, or whatever, but he'll still come out there and creep and be like, where's that timeless one, you know? But I also feel like when you move in and there's that area right there, there's all this timeless candy that sneaks right past that's just spilling into that other place in there, and you'll see the craziest rights, like the right that there's just like you got, and just, I don't know, I just feel like there's all this candy out there, and I feel like Lucas has a nice, when you're really hungry and kind of really trying to like make your mark out there and find what you really want or find how much you like, you know, or whatever. I feel like you comb, like you did and do even before, you like comb every area, like, and then, you end up getting all kind of candy. And I don't know, I feel like we stick out there too. And then sometimes we'll be like, hey, we want some little nice, you know, they remind us, hey, there's good candy in here too. Let's move in. Let's keep the flow going. He's
like trick-or-treating, hitting all the freaking perfect houses.
I'm like, come in here, boys. We're getting barreled. Like, you guys don't have to sit out there all day. Like, come get barreled on the inside.
But
there's a few of you guys that inspire, you know, like, even me, sometimes I'll catch myself like, I ain't even going in the timeless candy zone. I'm just gonna scrape the insides with the gang today, and then I'll like, I'll literally do it. Yeah, I won't even touch the nice spot. You know, I'll just crumb master, and then I'll always usually go in and just watch the clip and be like, damn it, like, how was that one that came through? Like my 20 candies.
It's like a diamond mine. You just like gotta get the little like rubies on the side. You know, there's a bunch of rubies that everyone's walking past, but everyone's trying to get that diamond in the back.
I like that, candy and rubies, but it's like rubies really. It's
you just walk past like 3 rubies because you think there's a diamond waiting for you, but Jamie's gonna be on the diamond, and I already got all these rubies.
The Arkenstone.
And honestly, like, well, here's my thing, right? When I see a set come and it's like I'm waiting for the diamond. Sometimes I see that right come in, but the left is weirdly just as good.
Yeah.
And then Lucas will be like palling out the face. He's like, Jamie, which way are you going? I'm like, left.
How do we cut the diamond, huh?
Yeah, you gotta split the diamond. So it's like I have so much confidence taking off upside down, going left, and and Lucas is like so confident to go right, and like I'm like comfortable anywhere, but like if I saw a perfect right and a perfect left and I was bigger than 6 feet, I'm going left.
Wow, that's sick.
I'm just like in my mind, you know, but like I know there's like people like you or him, and he's like, it's cool to know.
I didn't even mean like that. I was like, sick. No, I was literally like, whoa,
I'm down to go right and get big barrels, and I like it, but like I trust the left.
You're like, I could see that. You could like take off upside down, huh? When you're like have everything all.
I'm like, Mr.
Yeah. It's a funny dynamic out there, though. I feel like, you know, every time I pilot the pipe, it's like a good vibe. Like, you know, it's like me, Lucas, Mason, Mackay, Eli, Nathan, Landon. Like, I mean, dude, sometimes your dad's out there, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, the craziest thing.
He's been trying not to.
I know, I heard this.
You got a sick one this winter.
Yeah, he just keeps like, I'm like,
no, it's crazy because like, I mean, to me, it's the coolest part, right? Because I'm like freaking 41, like, or turning 41. By the time this is out, I was 41. But like, your dad is like 63. I don't know.
66.
So sick.
Yeah.
So,
or actually 67 in like next month or something.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane, actually.
Yeah.
So, but like, what's cool is like when Uncle Mike paddles out, there's everyone knows in the lineup Uncle Mike's out, and then right when the wave comes in, everyone's going, "Go, Uncle Mike!" Like it's almost like this rider's of passage, just because he's put in so much time in that pipeline. Like you're like, here comes the right, you see it, like we all see it, and we go, "Go, Mike!"
Yeah, and
then Mike just takes off and gets the most psycho barrel. The whole beach freaking goes electric, like this wave. He gets double spit out, like insane.
Like sometimes I want to see him get the wave even more than I want the wave.
100%.
Just because I know he deserves it like so much. And like, it's just like sick, you know? I'm like, yeah, like he's in the spot. Like, of course he is.
Classic.
Get that wave, you know?
But the craziest thing.
I've seen you guys.
But the craziest thing, like, you know, it's like, I'm 41. He's doing that when he's 66. Like,
you got.
Man, you thought like Kelly Slater was doing things, like Uncle Mike is like just still doing it, and Uncle Derek was doing it. Derek was doing it too. And I remember asking Derek, I go, Derek, you're making it so much harder for me to keep doing what I really want to do, because the legacy you're living makes it hard for me to like match it. And he goes, and I go, how do you do it? And he goes, it's the passion.
Yeah,
I have passion. And it's like your dad still surfs every single day.
Yeah.
Uncle Derek surfed every single day. Every time I was looking at Pipeline, thinking I was on it, I saw Derek Ho. He was already down there watching it with freaking Gavin Beshin or whatever. He was on it before I was on it. And I was like, I live here, I'm on it. But Derek was on it.
He's gnarly. I know that's what I tell people. Kind of, it's cool to hear it from you, because you're like a master of Pipeline. And
I would look down at my house thinking I was the master, and then I would see the master and like,
the legacy.
And then it's cool though too. Now it's like I wake up and like I got my, you know, like 638 Lucas Godfrey surf report. But then as I'm looking down, I already see Mason, and Mason's like, Jamie.
That's cool, huh? When we see, I always get I always know it's going to be a good day when we're all like, yeah, when I show up, Luke's in there getting his already. And then
I feel like Jamie has a knack of just appearing out of nowhere when you're going to paddle out. Like I swear you've caught me like so many times, like with my board, like getting out there. Like that's kind of most of the time like why I hit you up, because I'm like, he's gonna come out there either way. Like
it's all the surf reports.
Like maybe if I like tell him it's good and like tell him to come out, like he's gonna like give me a good wave or like tell me to go on a good wave. You know, it's like I'd rather have him on my side out there than like against me out there. You know, it's like
we got him warmed up.
It's like a theory, you know.
The truth. Nah, I like it.
It's like a theory, you know. It's like I'm paddling out there with Jamie, not against Jamie.
I know,
you know?
exactly.
It's like,
it makes perfect sense.
Because I know, like he's like the guy out there. You're the guy out there. Like you guys have basically taught me how to surf that wave, and like I just would be like stoked to like get there. You know, I've always been stoked just to be out there and get waves with you guys. So like if I paddle out with you guys and like the nug comes in and like both you guys just turn to me and you're like, go Lucas. Then like, I'm like, wow. Like I just had two of my heroes like call me into a sick wave at Pipe. And then like, that's better than like even getting like a better wave with like no one out there, you know? Like if you get like a great barrel like in front of your heroes and like they told you to go and they're like, yeah, like that was sick. Like,
it's like injecting good vibes on your already good vibe. Yeah.
I think that's what kind of got me going in the first place. Like when I first started surfing Pipe was just like getting good waves. And then like these guys who I didn't even know they like knew I was like a person. Like I thought I was like invisible. I'm just like on the inside, like scurrying around, like trying to pull into closeouts. And then like all of a sudden I made one and like Jamie or like Mason's like, whoa, that was sick. And I'm like, what? Like, sick. Like, you know who I like, you can see me?
That?
like you actually like notice that? Like, no way. Like, that's cool. And like, that's why like, when I'm like out there, sometimes like I'll try to like stoke out like the younger guys too, and like let them know that like, oh, I see what you guys are doing. Like that's rad. Like
good.
Like keep up the good work. You know, like
it's
like,
crazy.
That's good stuff.
I was at the backdoor shootout and got spit out of this wave, and I came out it off the wall, and then I looked over and I saw Lucas, and he was on one of old Tokoros that like I traded in that I think he bought, and I was like, he's like, oh, that was a sick one. I look, I was like, yeah, thanks, buddy. And I literally remember, I'm like, I remember this kid, and I'm like, that was like the first time I was like really saw him. I was like, well, this guy bought my board. He's over here sending it off the wall. It's sick. And then like, and I don't know, kind of like going into that whole thing of like, you know, surfing with your heroes and like surfing with people that like maybe people would not want to surf with. It's like dude, I love surfing with Makua Rothman. Everyone, from my understanding, is not a huge fan because Makua just goes on any wave he wants.
You're so classic.
No, but I promise.
No, I know. I love it. This is the sickest podcast
Do you know,
ever.
No, we gotta have Makua on here.
No, I know we gotta have the Koo doggy, dude. He just, no, I love it that you're just saying it straight because he'll tax
hard.
Dude, I surfed with him yesterday
and everything.
And I was ready to, one wave came in, I was just ready.
Your battle. You want to battle?
No, I mean, of course, I pretend like I'm ready to battle with them all the time. Like just surfing.
Mentally.
Like, no, just surfing, not even mentally. Just surfing. I'm always like, woo, I'm right here, bow it. We going. And then, but yesterday I went to try sneak one from him. And usually, you know, it's just like, I know I'm not gonna, you know, I'll just pretend just to keep him sharp, you know, keep him sharp. Because he's keeping me sharp my whole life. So I'm like, woo. And then, yesterday he just fully let me go. He's like, oh, bro. I was like, whoa. I'm on? Yeah, no. And I went, and then I went, and I think I like, wasn't even that good of a wave, but I was like cracking up. I just like went to be, but I came back out. I was like, you're the man, bro. And then he's like, what are you, or I'm all, I thought for sure, bro, or something said. And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? It's yours. And I was like, no, I'm like, I know you're psyching. You're it's all good.
Dude, Makua, but to me, Makua is like one of my, like him and Bruce.
Childhood friend. Oh,
I know, but like I just
Bruce.
we're like the little bit older generation,
yeah,
and we all have this like common respect, and we just have so much fun surfing. I call Makua so many times. He goes, James, I can't come. I got the kids. Or James, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I'm filming, or I'm like doing my music thing. But like it's like kind of maybe like Lucas is like super psyched, like, give me a surf report and want to surf with me. I give Makua these surf reports, and like most people are just like,
I've given him a few too.
Yeah. So, but like I want to surf with Makua because like that's who I grew up surfing with. Like we understand our dynamic in the lineup, and I think that's a very like, you know, like thing to like take in and learn from this, you know, podcast is like your elders teach you so much, and that's how you gotta keep learning and eventually you're gonna be the elder.
Yeah.
You know, like your dad's still out there. Freaking crazy, bro. Nuts.
I love it. Yeah, no, he's funny, man. He's stuck out there.
Who froths harder than Michael Ho?
Nobody.
I mean, he'd comp with you for sure.
I know.
But I learned how to do it from him.
That's
so it doesn't
sick.
count.
So
he showed me how to do it.
So he's still winning because he got the head start on you. Okay, that's nice of you.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't even know how to like function and
he froths that hard. So hard. Like
who taught him how to do that?
Like I live on the same property as that guy, and I'm like I'm pretty amped up. I'm like frothing pretty hard, but as soon as he comes within proximity of me, or like he's just so amped that I'm just like, we can't both be that amped. So something's gonna break, or someone's gonna slip and fall, or just something, you know. So I'm always like, right when he comes in, I just know my role. I'm the negative, or I'm the, you know, the battery, the positive and the negative, or like the upper and the down, or whatever. Right when he comes in, I'm like, okay, I gotta just calm, no psych, or he's like a happy dog, you know, or something. He just comes in psyching. And if you're even like, you got to be like super calm around him, like so he stays at that psych level. Because as soon as you're like, pops, bro, I'm psyching, he'd just be like, what? We're psyching, like, or you know, you almost like,
we go back door, bro. Let's go.
You know, a dog that's like psyching. You know, you're almost just like playing all calm, like, and the dog's like. And you're just like, but then if you're even like, hey puppy, he's like, what, me, puppy? Or like, or not puppy. You're like, if you're like, Dad, I heard Bowls is good. He's like, yes, I've been waiting. Let's go. Let's drive. You ready? And I'm like, no, I just heard it was maybe good. Like, I knew I shouldn't have amped a little bit.
I bet your dad has the most classic theories with like timing a surf session. Like showing up to like a specific location. It could be anywhere in the world. Like maybe it's your first time there. Maybe you've been going there for 30 years and like you see the wave, you know how it functions. When do I paddle out? how do I paddle out? What angle do I paddle out from? Which wave do I paddle for? You know, like there's so many theories that like go into that. It's crazy.
I remember when I was younger, I got to see it more because he doesn't travel so much anymore. But I remember what you're saying exactly. And I was like, to be honest, now that I'm like a little older and I'm almost like more aware of that kind of stuff, I wish I observed him more. But you know, when you're like a Grom and you're with your dad, you're just like, dad, like, and you're kind of watching all your uncles, like uncles, you know. But then like as I've gotten older, I started like observing dad more, you know. Even like years ago, I caught on more, you know. But I'm talking about like, you know, my 18, 19, like all 17, when he was like always going with me, you know. When you're younger, they're there a little more, and then they're finally like, hey, you got it from here, and they let you like coast out. As I was kind of coasting out, I was just like, damn, like dad is so on. So I really try and like take pride in like doing his what he taught me, you know. I try and like stick to it as long as I can and not forget it, and just so like the ways of that travel maybe live on. Or maybe I take some friend or Grom or something, and they're like, oh, this is a smooth way to travel, or this is a nice way to assess the lineup, or like what you're saying.
Because there's like so much that goes into like a surf session. Like imagine a day like in the summer, like
getting there.
Like how many hours of the day is like they're light? Like when do you go surf? Can you surf all the way from like when the sun comes up till the sun goes down? Like that's really hard to do. So it's like you gotta kind of like choose when you're gonna kind of go
surf math
and how you're gonna attack and who's gonna be there and how you're gonna like coexist and surf together.
I love it. The surf math,
yeah. Because there's definitely like there's good times to paddle out, and then there's like not as good times to paddle out, you know. Like it can like fluctuate with like the crowd and the waves and the conditions, you know, and like every day's different, and you're trying to forecast like nature and like what's gonna happen with like how the day's gonna play out, because you might have an idea of like, oh, like I'm gonna wake up and the waves are gonna do this, this, and this, and then like you wake up and it like 180, like everything you thought was gonna happen like goes out the window, and then you're like, oh, like,
and I still want to score so bad. I have to make it happen.
Yeah, I gotta like rethink my whole strategy because like this is not going to plan. Like I broke my board first wave, and then these guys like are all showing up and it's turning on, but I'm hungry. Yeah. And I didn't drink water and I forgot to brush my teeth.
Go reset, brush.
No need brush them, man.
Reset, drink some water. Huh?
I forgot to go. I drank too much coffee. I forgot to go to the bathroom. I don't have water. Like my wax melted. Like
so many things to deal with. Yeah. Obstacles.
Well, anything before we go, Lucas? I mean, there's probably so many things that we didn't get to talk about on this this podcast, but you know, I just want to like let anyone know that like if you're pursuing pro surfing, you're super psyched on doing what you're doing. Like, you know, Lucas is over here on the North Shore putting in all the work, traveling the world. Like, if there's a sponsor out there, this is your guy, bro. This guy will put in the work and he'll work really hard.
We
and
vouch
100%.
This guy hammers in hard, puts in the fucking nails deep wherever you want them.
Yeah.
What kind of
time?
You want a mansion? You want a little greenhouse? What do you want, bro?
Give him a time and place, and he'll be there. Yeah. I'm sure it's super as easy as just like shoot him a message on Instagram or something. He's a frother. He's a psycher. He's my main man, my best surf report I could ever ask for.
If you want to see your logo and your investment, your dollars getting blown out of pipe barrels, just all over the channel and all over the place, and
rubies being chipped off the wall.
Yeah, you want rubies and emeralds and gold coins flying into the channel. You invest it into the barrel of pipeline, it'll blow onto that rich little coastline.
His pockets are full.
This guy, dude. He's a positive. He's always giving the positive vibes. He's freaking ripped out. Look healthy as always, bro. Always eating, always being healthy. All the stuff we all want to do, and that's good. This guy's on it.
Lucas Geyser Godfrey, thanks for checking in on the podcast. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Mace.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
My two heroes right here.
Yeah.
Mine too.
So, yeah, we're going to end it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. We're going to end it like this. Don't forget.
Stay psyched.
Stay psyched. Yeah. Click right here, subscribe, right here to watch more podcasts. And yeah, that's the end of the video.
Psyching.
Peace.